Hey guys, just finished watching Gotham, Season 4, Episode 11, Dark Knight, Queen Takes Night. Um, this episode was really fun. It was really cool. I mean, what for as far as season finales go, or mid-season finales go, I think this one's up there. I definitely think that this one's a little bit better than the Legend of Tomorrow episode. Maybe not as big as didn't hit me as much as maybe Flash or something like that. I feel like the Flash may be up there. Maybe tied with Supergirl, or maybe Supergirl a little bit more than this one. I mean, it had the main character kind of almost, dead type thing in there. And now in this one, I think it was really cool seeing all the different things that happen in this. I mean, got the notes of things that happen. Falcone is dead. Harvey is back and quits. And cops stand up to Penguin. Sophia Falcone's in a wheelchair, or was in a wheelchair, and it turns out that's fake. Zaz helps take down Penguin. He's in league with Sophia Falcone. Bruce fires Alfred. Enigma versus the Riddler. That was okay. We just didn't really have much on that. Tabitha captures Grundy, and then Sophia and the pig ended up being together. So let's go up to the top. Carmine Falcone is dead and killed by Sophia Falcone. Wow, that one's really cool. That one was really cool. I didn't see that one coming at the beginning of the episode. I mean, we haven't seen him that much, and I guess it seems like the actor's busy with other things or doing other stuff, or just not in the story type thing, and now he's completely out of it for now. They killed him off, and Sophia killed him off, or accidentally killed him off type thing. Like, that was just, wow, that was really cool the way they did that, and having the pig do it and stuff like that. That was really cool. Although I thought it would have been cool to see they had the pig and stuff like that in here. I think it would have been cool because it turns out that the pig was actually an actor and all that. I think it would have been cool that Sophia hired. It would have been cool to see to find out that the pig is actually not the pig. He's just maybe someone like Clayface type of thing who could mold himself, because we did see him before, and I forget where we last saw Clayface, but he was able to mold his face and become different anyone and stuff like that. That was really cool. When we saw that a while back. So it would have been cool if it would have just been someone like Clayface, but I don't know. I think we already have a Clayface, so I don't know. This, I guess, is a new version of the pig that we already got, because they don't touch upon the fact that we already saw the pig in like season 1 type thing with the guy in the hot air balloon. So is this the same guy? Is this a different version of the same guy? Who knows? So it really was cool seeing all that twists and turns, and and seeing Harvey back was kind of nice. Although he was only in here a little bit, and a bit at the beginning and a bit at the end, and then he quits and stuff. So that was really cool seeing that. So it's going to be cool to see how things kind of. A lot of people have quit and things where things go. So hopefully when we get back, maybe we get a little bit of Harvey, the fact that he's quit. But when Harvey's not a police officer or part of the police or anything with Jim Gordon, we don't end up seeing what's going on. We don't know what he's been doing, So now that he's off, it would be cool to see where he's doing what he's doing. Maybe not something where we have to cut back to him all the time and stuff. But if he's off in a different city doing something else, just show us one little scene of, oh, he's doing this, and then we don't see him until he's back because he's doing that. It's not something that's worthwhile. Seeing him doing that all the time type of thing. So that could be cool. Like if he just goes and gets a mall security job, or gets a security job, or takes or becomes a PI somewhere else in another town type thing. A PI though would kind of be interested to watch him do things, but maybe just a mall security guard or something like that, in another city or something like that, and that's where we see him there, but he's just doing his own thing, and we don't really have to cut back to him too often type of thing. I think that could be a cool thing to see that, but just to let us know what he's doing and what he's been up to, instead of just not seeing him for a long time and then getting a one-liner of what this is. I'd like to just see what he does and stuff. The same thing with Alfred is, after Bruce fires Alfred, I'd like to see what he's up to. What is he doing? That he's no longer Bruce's guardian. He's no longer working for Bruce and stuff. What is he going to do for a job type of thing? Where does he go? Does he stay in Gotham? I'm assuming he would stay in Gotham. Maybe become. I don't know, maybe try to go to Gordon and stuff, maybe trying to do something for the GCPD. I could see him doing that. Who knows what he's qualified for. I mean, he can't just become a cop type thing. But who knows? He could do something. Maybe there's something out there that he could do. Someone owes him favors. Someone maybe at Wayne Tech, Wayne Enterprise would owe him favors. But maybe Bruce would not let that happen. who knows how things would go with that and where Alfred would go. But I feel like he would definitely stay within Gotham. That's why we could keep him on the show and stuff. So it's really going to be fun to see where that goes with him, and it's going to be cool to see Bruce kind of play with the situation and not have Alfred now and just be on his own type of thing. That's going to be cool to see that, because we haven't had Bruce hasn't seen Selina in a while, so that'll be cool to see that relationship wherever that goes, and also seeing Poison Ivy back. That could maybe change him and see where things go with that, and have a third actress now as to Poison Ivy, which just drives me crazy. Don't know why we now are gonna have a third actress playing Poison Ivy. It's kind of silly, but oh well. So and then we have Zsasz helps take down Penguin, and that was really cool seeing that, seeing him turn on there, and he's been, I guess, Sophia's mole throughout the whole time. That was really cool seeing that. And that was a really interesting thing to see that twist and stuff. And he's gonna, he helps put Penguin away and stuff. That's gonna be really fun to see that. But I'm surprised that someone that, Penguin doesn't have someone just go find the kid, that prove, oh, he's alive, and everything, and then he's out type thing. There's no way of proving that. So we'll have to wait and see how long Penguin stays in prison. Or it doesn't look like he's gonna be in there based on the trailer for the next episode, which I'm not sure when the next episode is, but let's just look it up here. Next episode of Gotham is looks like here on IMDb. Next episode of Gotham. Oh, they don't have a date here on IMDb. Nothing on IMDb. Nothing on this other. Okay, who knows? It just said come back in spring, and it's not listed here online. So who knows when we'll be getting this? But hopefully we don't have to wait too long, because if you forget all these things that happen in these episodes, with so many other comic book TV shows, it's really difficult. I mean, it was okay when there was only like Smallville was on at the one time, because you could just rewatch a few episodes in the time. But there's so many comic book shows that we all like to watch and stuff. So many shows, great TV, that it's difficult to keep track of all these stuff. So who knows? Really going to be fun to see when this comes back. And then getting back to the review, there's like the cops were standing up to Penguin. That was really cool seeing that. Sophia was in a wheelchair, but that didn't last long at all. It was all fake. But yeah, it was really cool seeing the cops stand up to Penguin and seeing all that stuff, and that was really interesting with that. Now that they're on his side, but he, and there's not really much for them to do anymore now that Penguin's in prison. But there's going to be Jerome back, so that's going to be really cool to see Jerome. I can't wait to see that. And then we have Butch back. Butch is going to be cool to see that with Butch and Tabitha. With Tabitha, hitting him across the head a few times, capturing him, and doing all that. That's going to really be cool to see where that relationship continues on. With those two. And then we have Nigma and Riddler. I thought we were going to get a lot of that, but there was not much of Nigma and Riddler. They just kind of yelled at each other in the mirror, and that was really it. There was nothing much with that. But the Butch part is really going to be cool to see Butch and Tabitha, where their relationship goes and stuff. And then Sophia killing the pig, that was pretty cool. Seeing that part was kind of interesting. It was kind of cool seeing that, and I thought Gordon was going to get framed for that and stuff, but clearly he's not. I thought he's the police officer. Of course, he's okay. He can kill he's going to say it was self-defense and all that stuff, and so really it's going to be cool to see Jerome coming back in the next episode. Who knows how long we have to wait for that, but it really is annoying, because I know Cameron Monaghan, the actor who plays Jerome, is actually busy on the show Shameless, which I've watched a little bit on Netflix, and it's not bad. It's pretty good. It's okay, but I just would not mind him whatsoever quitting that show and coming full time on Gotham and being in every single episode, being in all 22 episodes, 23 episodes, whatever season of Gotham gets, and being in every single episode, because I can't wait to see him back. And it really looks like we're going to get a Batman back, or prototype Batman as Bruce Wayne, and he's going to realize that he needs to, with Jerome back, he needs to be ready, and he's not ready for him. And then he does have Alfred to help him there, so that's going to really be cool seeing how things go with that. And what is Alfred going to do when he sees that Jerome's back? He knows that Jerome's going to go after Bruce Wayne because he did it every time type thing. So I think it's going to be cool to see that. Maybe Alfred saving Bruce without Bruce knowing, or Alfred helping Bruce without Bruce knowing type thing. Whatever it is, I just like to see that this relationship between Bruce and Alfred, and him not being, him being fired and being away from Bruce. Hopefully that lasts a long time, and maybe they don't get back together until the end of the season. Maybe the last season maybe the last episode in this season they could do that rather than coming back, because I would hate for them to just be separated for this episode. He's fired in this episode and then he's back by the end of the next episode. That would just be terrible. I mean, if you're watching this, if you're trying to watch it, figure it out how if you're watching this, like for us with like couple of months maybe in between 2 episodes, yeah, it feels like, oh, maybe they've been doing different things and all that stuff, but it doesn't look like it. Based on the ending of this episode, it looks like Penguin and him are going to get out in like a couple of days, maybe a week or so. It doesn't look like there's going to actually be them 2 months that we're going to be waiting for the next episode. So, or a couple of months we're going to be waiting for this next episode. So who knows what it's going to be like for this, because if you're watching this like on Netflix or whatever, and you're just going from this episode to the next episode, you know, it has to feel like there was actually you know, they're not going to know forget that was where the mid-season final is type thing. It happens all the time. You watch a bunch of different stuff, you don't know where the mid-season final episode was. I mean, you could tell based on the endings and all that stuff, but without it, it's kind of difficult to figure that out with this thing. So I think it's really going to be cool to see that and see how long we get Bruce and Alfred separate and stuff like that. But I'd like to play on that and really continue that and have that be part of, you know, him becoming the Batman, because the whole subtitle of this season is a Dark Knight type thing, and the Dark Knight Rises, and it's part of him becoming the Batman and stuff. And I think that's really cool. The way they're doing it is kind of interesting to me. It's not the way I would want to do it, because like I've been saying since the beginning of the show, is he should have been gone off, and since the day after, a week after his parents' murder, he should have been gone off to somewhere across the other side of the world, and it should have been, oh, Bruce Wayne's gone type thing, and no one ever hears from him ever again. He's gone out studying and training and learning to become the best tactical fighter he can be, and the best and smartest person he can be in the world. And I think that would have been really cool, as if we had done that since the beginning of the show. Is every now and then we see glimpses of him. Oh, today he's here learning how this science, this thing in science, like the science of of firearms and stuff like that, the science of the human body type thing, biology, and like knowing everything about that, and how to heal super fast and things like that. And now he's learning kung fu here. Now he's learning tai chi. Now he's learning this. Now he's learning that. And he's like, I think it would have been good to do it that way. But this is what we got. So the way it is, it's okay. It's not terrible, but it's just we'll see how it goes. So let me know what you think, guys, about this episode in the comments below. What are you excited for, and how excited for Jerome to come back? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.
I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a soldier or student can have.
Subscribing.
Sometimes subscribing is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little, and it seems like it's not worth it. And you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing. How many more of these?